Did you ever send the footage of Timmy to anybody from the footage that would have been, it was claimed to have been the abuse video footage?
Yeah, let me tell you about that. So
that
came to me after I'd walked away and I was all done. I'm like, oh great, what am I going to do with this? It's like I don't want to be involved anymore. And I'm looking at this thing going, I don't really see the abuse in here, and I really don't. So the day before that, there was a guy on the Watson family podcast or whatever. He did his podcast about me. And,
I know.
And he listed about 6 things, and he was wrong on all 6.
Yeah, he's done shit about me and other content creators. Yeah.
So I called him, and he didn't answer. So I wrote to him. I said, look, there's 6 things you talked about. You got all 6 wrong. Here's this. I mean, I had to go get clips that I took from the one live I did for Patrick. And I said, so he calls me back, and he apologized. He said, you're right. I'm going to correct it, and I'm going to go up and do that. I said, well, look, man, I'm an open book. Just call me if you got any questions. But man, I got a call that night with somebody saying, oh, this guy's like, he's throwing you under the bus and everything. And so the next day, I got a call saying, hey, this guy's saying that you said Timmy's being abused and everything. I'm like, what? We had a conversation about this. I said, I'm trying to walk away from that. And I told him, I said, now I'm not defending myself every night. I'm trying to walk away from this thing. I said, I've got this video. And I don't know what to do with it. I said, I don't want to do nothing with it because if Timmy is being abused, then it needs to stop. I said, but that's not what's on there. He says, well, can I see it? And I said, I really don't want this thing out anywhere. I said, I really don't want it out. I said, but if you want to call the administrator, if you think that's what's going on, but I can't do it. I don't want to be involved with this thing. He says, I'll do it. I'll call the administrator. So I said, okay. I sent it to him. Got an email, or some messages from some people, started telling me right away. Now, when the shit hit the fan and people were all, picking sides, I'm on team this and team that, and they were slinging mud at everybody, I was like, there was people that were angry with me, but there was a lot more that were supportive. They just weren't the loud ones. They weren't on there fighting. They were writing me privately.
It's always the loudest voices. Yep.
Yeah, they were writing me privately, so they were watching for me, and a lot of them have defended me. And I want to say that there are some wonderful, wonderful people out there, and I've met some really, really good people out there, and that's been a blessing in this whole thing. And so that they were giving me heads up that kind of stuff was happening. So I get this thing saying that this guy is on there saying that he got a video of Timmy being abused from you. I'm like, what? So I'm trying to call the guy. I'm trying to call, and I'm trying to write to this guy. What the hell are you doing? And so I go over to his YouTube channel, and this guy's flipped out. I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, he's just like, that wasn't the same guy I talked to earlier that day. It was not the same guy. I mean, he was like, that was a totally different guy. Well, he wrote back to me the next day, said he had taken too much Vicodin, and there was something else going on. He took some, and he apologized, and I accepted his apology. And I don't know what, I know I caught a bunch of hell for that too, but it's like, God, I never said that. I told him, this does not look like abuse. I don't think it's abuse.
Do you know that it's not, did you see the video that I put out about it?
I don't know if I did or not, no.
It's not even in a facility. It's in a,
it's like a motel or something.
It's in a motel, like where you get your own coffee in the morning.
Yeah. He said, what the guy said, that was doing the podcast, that he said that he was going to call he promised to call the administrator and have a talk with him, and that's what he was going to do. But he said the people in my chat room put pressure on me, saying, no, you got to do it now. You got to call the sheriff, right? Or you got to call the cops right now. And he says, and I caved. And I was like, I said, do you realize what kind of avalanche you just caused, man? Are you kidding me? And but he
definitely blamed you, man. And here's the thing: I watched that video, and it was somebody in the chat that said that's not even a current video. Look at how long Timmy's hair is, and I was like, whoa, that's 1000% correct. And then somebody looked it up. There's so many sleuths. They looked it up and they found that microtel.
Oh, really?
And that was it. Yeah, that's how I got it.
God.
Somebody sent me that, and we knew which condo they were in. And please, people are all over that. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And they thought that I did it, but I just was like, I mean, I didn't know where it was at, and
you just got something. That's somebody. Yep, you just got something. That's all you got, and you didn't know
there was no sound on it. So now, if I heard some cussing going on and someone screaming or in pain,
first of all, no, you're right. There was no ABUSC at all. There was nothing like that. There was nothing.
Yeah, I thought there was. I thought it would cause more trouble than anything. But at the same point, I was like, somebody needs to take this to the administrator. Somebody needs to talk to him about it, because if something's going on, that's who needs to know.
Right.
And he just now I do feel sorry for the guy. The guy's got problems. He really does. He canceled his YouTube channel and all this stuff, and I accept his apology.
On attack, Ernie,
again.
Ernie, I'm going to stop you there when it comes to Mr. Watson, because he gets on attack with other content creators, and this is a pattern of his. He apologizes, and then he does the same thing. He just had a content creator help him with something, only to turn around and bash the content creator. This is his behavior. So I just wanted to know if you sent the man the video. That's fine that you did. That's fine. And that's what happened. So anyway, so